Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Unpredicted Party, the only Middle-earth TTRPG that will finally answer the question, why didn't they just take the Eagles to Mordor? And we are one step closer to answering that question. Around me are my internet friends. Say hi, internet friends.
Hi, internet.
Hello.
The Theoden of the group still with us, even though they entered halfway through. Charlotte, hey, Gavatica. Thank you so much for joining us, Charlotte, yet again as Toriel. Yeah. Thanks for being
here. Yeah, I just don't know what episode we're on anymore. I don't think it even matters. I'll stop counting.
Me too.
No idea.
Yeah.
Episode 26.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's like 9, but yeah, it's gonna be it's a bit, but
it's getting there.
You're the Theoden of the group, right? You come in halfway and are beloved, and I'm sure you'll make a great speech and charge to your death to end maybe not. Maybe you'll just okay, bad analogy. Anyway, we want to thank this stream would not be possible without our sponsors, so we want to thank them. So thank you to Free League Publishing for giving us early access to The One Ring, their Middle-earth TTRPG. If you want to play in your own version of Middle-earth, they gave us the dice, they gave us the books, they gave us the maps. It's all very cool. Go to freeleaguepublishing.com. You can also go to our second sponsor's website, The Rook and the Raven, at therookandtheraven.com for all of your TTRPG note-taking abilities. Tori, who has been faithfully taking notes as I lore dump on you all for maybe the last 3 or 4 episodes. It's been a bit much. We've really hit the stride of, we're not adventuring anymore. We're in the full rising action. Very special thanks to some other folks. We want to always thank Sarah M. Shunky, who does some of the incredible artwork. She is at Sarah M. Shunky on Instagram. The battle maps are done by Little Wit, the cartographer. The music has been crafted by Cullen Vance. You can go to Cullen Vance Creative to stream all of his stuff. And without further ado,
with more ado.
Oh, I have to thank my wife. I have to thank my wife.
Yeah, you have to thank your wife, but you do this every time. What? You don't introduce your main cast.
Oh, yes, surrounding me are Zach, you're here, Tori, you're here. Max, you're here.
Whoever that guy is, yeah, whatever. Okay.
Honestly, I get your names mixed up so much. I just thank you, Charlotte Fox. Thank you so much for being here. Tori Randolph Smith with that hyphen in the middle. Thank you so much for being here. Are we ready to go ahead and get started now, Charlotte?
Sure.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. When we last left off, our heroes had successfully escaped from Rohan after, oh God, I'm struggling to find the words.
You might say we brought the house down.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, indeed you would. Halloweth brought the house down with some incredible uses of magic, literally bringing the Golden Hall of Meadowseld down on top of King Grima. It was discovered very shortly after that
this was a grave mistake.
That it was, in fact, not such a great idea, because in one of the dungeons, one of the elves that Charlotte Tariel told the group is, hey, all of a sudden, there's this guy being carried by 2 elves, and it's actually Éomer. Éomer is alive, and he's been stuck in a dungeon, and he's the rightful king of Rohan, apparently. What do we do? Well, you managed to bring Éomer back from a very critical state. And as soon as he woke up and you told him what happened to you, he told you.
We told him.
You did, in fact, tell him. I'm just going to cut that out. Joke's on you. I get rid of all of my mess ups and keep yours in. I'm not actually going to do that.
Good.
You guys learned from Éomer that the woman that Grima has been parading around Rohan is not Éowyn. We're going to pick up there.
Oh.
However, we are going to start with the arrival of the elves that Rayval, the leader of the group, said were tracking down the woman riding the bear with the man that you all noticed didn't have a sword with him for the entire evening. So Rayval, who has been keeping watch this whole time, stands and goes, Lady Toriel, we have guests. And you watch as 3 elves, an enormous bear, and a woman and a man riding on top of this bear come into the camp. And keep in mind, you're only about a 20-minute run away from Edoras at this point.
What do you say to a bear?
That's an excellent question, Charlotte. Hank, come on in. 6 people in the Zoom call, people.
My hands are
Viking-
I
sweating.
can't believe it just
himself.
happened to me.
Yay!
Oh,
Hank!
There he is. There he is.
What?
oh
Hello, my
God.
friends.
You
Oh my God.
This is amazing.
Oh, turn your video on, Tank. We still can't see you.
We can't see it.
Oh, there we are.
There it is.
Hello.
Hello,
Folks,
my friends.
please
Hank.
welcome Tank Tolman. You may know him as the nerd gym creator, the workout nerd gym workout guy. He yells hammer a lot on TikTok. Tank, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for keeping it a secret for so long.
Like almost a year.
Oh, God.
Pretty much at this point. Yeah.
We've been waiting.
Relatable.
There.
Yeah.
Forgive us.
Listen, we had to, Max had to do his thing with the Dragon Prince. Zach had to do his whole acting thing. Charlotte's been waiting for like 9 months at this point, honestly.
I'm staying for as long as I had to wait.
There we go. Yes.
There you go.
3-year campaign.
Mhm.
Hank, it's such a joy to meet you.
It's so funny that you all that we finally bring Tank into the fold, because we mentioned Tank a
Yeah.
couple of weeks ago.
I remember this.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we mentioned Tank in a previous episode, and wouldn't you know it, I'm just like, don't say anything, be cool, don't say anything. I'm like, I've had this plan for so long, they're gonna think that I just brought him in a whim, and no, we've been working so hard to develop this backstory. And so the rest of you watch as this 6-foot-tall bear shrinks down into this roughly 7-foot-tall human.
Bigger than 6 feet bear.
Yes,
At the
massive.
shoulders.
Yes, at
6
the
feet
shoulder.
at the shoulders.
Yeah,
There we
yeah.
go,
If,
yes.
if he stands on his hind legs, he's like 10 feet ish tall. I love that you had the bear. You had
It's
like
warm.
the fur cloak. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we start though, because I always forget to do this, Tank, if people find that they really like what you do and want to get really swole, where can people find you and all of your great stuff?
I'm basically Tank Tolman everywhere.
Amazing.
Yeah, Tank Tolman. I should pop up on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook's now in the realm. So yeah, just Tank Tolman.
Amazing.
TOLMAN. Yes.
Yes, correct. I do
Yeah.
follow you.
My heart is about to explode.
Oh,
This is crazy.
You two are kindred spirits for sure.
100%.
Wait till
100%.
Beery meets the bear. And so we begin. The 4 of you watch as the bear transforms into an enormous human. Tank, please describe what Grimborne looks like.
So
Oh my
Grimborne
God.
is bald. He's got a beard, very much like mine. He's very large in stature. He's got leather armor, spikes. He's got a huge 2-handed battle axe that he used, but he doesn't have right now because it got taken away. He's very rough around the edges, not very clean, brash, a little bit animalistic. little bit animalistic in his mannerisms and appearance because he spent a little bit too long as a bear as of late. But yeah, that's pretty much Grimborne. Oh, he has orangish yellow eyes to mimic that of a bear.
Why don't I share my screen for a moment and you can kind of get a sense of exactly what you're looking at.
Oh,
Yes, bear Viking.
Awesome.
Oh my god.
I don't know if anyone here plays
cool.
Warhammer, but this is some big Space Marine energy. Just
Mhm.
huge shoulders, bald guy, great armor.
Incredible.
That's definitely a skull on that great axe
Mhm.
there.
Yeah.
Like tremendous.
Absolutely.
All right. So you all watch as Aomer, who is still pretty weak, looks up at this newly arrived group and just kind of stares in shock as the woman that has been pretending to be his sister for quite a while heads into the camp. Grimborne, what are you doing as you approach this group?
Well, Grimborne is very cautious. He's just been held in captivity for a very long time, so he is very guarded. He's very held back. He doesn't want to open up quite yet.
Okay. You all watch as Thimble, the blacksmith that Beery befriended not too long ago, says, "Well, I think some introductions are in order. I am Thimble, blacksmith of Rohan to formerly King Grima Silvertongue and King Theoden. And you watch as the man who you all noticed did not have a sword says, I am Hama. Once
Mama. Sorry. Go on.
Aw.
once bodyguard to King Theoden. And this is my daughter. And she kind of glances down, and the young woman, who has clearly been shocked, still kind of doesn't really say anything, but is still just kind of glancing out at you all, clearly a little bit traumatized, and in the same way as Grimborne is kind of not quite ready to share with all of you.
As the bear shifts into a giant bear turns into a giant man.
Yes.
Beery just kind of like rubs his eyes a little bit and then kind of elbows Halloweth, and there was something very funny in that wine.
Yes, sir. Well, not for the first time, but forgive me. I noticed you were not armed during our time in Meduseld. Was that by order of formerly King Grima?
It was. They took my daughter captive. This is Gamlia, and you see she's got blonde hair, looks a striking, you all as players would notice that she bears a striking resemblance to Eowyn, and Gamlia, again, still kind of staring at the ground, not really looking around at any of you, unable to meet your eyes. She resembles Lady Eowyn, and as soon as Lady Eowyn escaped, not 2 days after the coup, they kidnapped her. And I was permitted to stay as close to her as I can. Yet I was not permitted a weapon, and they threatened violence against her if I did anything.
Surely your people knew the difference between your daughter and the Lady Eowyn.
Indeed. Those who knew feared to speak up, and those who did not saw only a woman dressed in all black and a mourning veil that covered her face. It has been many weeks since Lady Eowyn glances at his daughter, sort of meaning his daughter, and her face was seen in Idaros.
You seem unperturbed by this transformation that we've just witnessed. I don't suppose you're secretly a wolf.
If only, my lady. No, I am but a humble soldier. This is Grimborne, and he comes from the north. He was captured by King Grima and his men many weeks ago and brought in for experimentation. My daughter took a liking to him despite the cage that he was behind. But I will say no more, for I fear that his story is his own to tell. And he kind of glances at you sidelong, Grimborne, and sort of waits as a silence dies down.
What is it you want to know?
I think we are very interested in the truth that has happened here. As Grima spoke of peace, but I take it is nothing but.
I have experienced not such peace. I don't even know what's happened these past months. All I saw was the dirty, dark shell of a cage that I was in.
You are a skin changer.
Shapeshifter, yes.
I've heard of your people, and in all my years, met none. I'm Tariel of the Woodland Realm. Are there more of you?
Yes. That is why I was captured, or that I think. My children, I don't even know how long ago, we felt this pull. I can't describe it. We felt this pull south, but there was more from the animalistic side. And out of nowhere, our young ones, they changed. They changed into their animal bear forms, and they started heading south, and I was tracking them, following them, because I felt this pull too. And a lot of us, we changed as well, but as elders, we can change back. So we changed back, and I was tracking them. I'm not sure what was happening or what the pull was. It's kind of like when the geese and the birds fly south. It's that feeling. But that is when Grima showed up with his men.
We can probably help answer your questions, and I am sorry for what you have been through. You'll find that many of us have a sad tale as well. Forgive me, I am Tanel of Lorien.
It's good to meet you. I just wish it was under a different circumstance. What has been going on? Like, I hear rumors, I hear words, whispers. I can't put two and two together.
Grimborne, I am Halworth of Lorien. It is an honor to meet one of your kind again. It has been many, many years. I can perhaps shed some light. Have you heard of certain rings of power being distributed amongst those in Middle-earth?
I've heard of such tales, yes.
Well, there was one to rule them all, one could say. And who should have inherited such a ring but Gwaihir the Windlord from the Dark Lord Sauron? Now he is
the Great Eagle?
Indeed. Now he resides in Mordor and has recruited all beasts as far as he can to unite under a single dark banner for his cause.
A wave of shock comes over Grimborne's face. My children, they don't know They don't know what they're heading into.
But we know where they are headed, so we can at least help you with that. But I am afraid they are with a mass of forces. I'm sorry that we have to deliver this news to you.
I feel like I need to go. Is how long has it been since he's attained the Ring of Power?
Many months, I think.
Yeah,
time goes
Yeah.
weirdly in Lorien for
Tenet-
sort of.
Tanel probably has the best sense of this. You all gather it's been probably a little closer to 2.5, 3 months at this
Mhm.
point.
And Tanel will say that it's been many months, but you probably have a more accurate time frame than we do. Most likely the moment that some of your people fled, well, not fled, but you know what I mean. That is when he came into power.
Probably already there. Luckily, I don't sense the fear. Us shapeshifters, we have a connection to each other and animals that we can sense the feelings of each other, especially with our kin, our children. So I feel like they haven't been revealed that they are my children. Hopefully they are staying in their bare forms.
You feel his call when you are a man?
No.
Perhaps
like
it is
it's-
best that you not change.
Well, I won't speak much of it, but they forced me to many times these past months. That's why I can't keep track of time. They forced me to change. They ran experiments. They tested many contraptions of weapons of war. See, us Grimborns, we have significant higher healing factor than you regular folk. Sorry to say, but you know. But yes, I don't know how long it's been, but they forced me to change. So I do feel that pull. It's like an echoing shadow in the back of my mind when I am a man.
The kings, she uses this word very generously. The king's last words to me were that he was in the enemy's council. Did you witness any of this?
There were many comings and goings in me getting dragged out of my cell. They put this collar on me that if I changed outside of my cell and tried to escape, it would impale my neck. I tried once, it did not feel good. But no, I did not hear anything from anyone from this council or kings.
Tariel
But-
flicks a look over to Hamma. And you?
Whispers. Whispers only. There were strange men that entered Edoras, but I confess I was not in Grima's council. He kept me close, but not that close. I was an enemy to him, but my daughter served his purpose, and so I was permitted leniency despite my. And you guys all see a real quick flicker of anger that really only like a father can have. His eyes glance toward his daughter, and you all watch as Gamlia, kind of still staring down at her hands, looks up at you all and says, "I'm sorry."
For what, child?
Everything.
my dear.
deceiving you and you, Master Dwarf.
No.
I
None of that. None of that. It's not your fault. You were held against your will. Much like this large fellow. I'm also very glad that you all see that he changed your name. And I thought I was kind of getting a little woo, but it's not your fault.
I'm sorry I didn't have the strength to strike Lord Grima down.
I was wondering. I felt like it was a good setup. I knew it was gonna work, but no, I'm done. I mean, it's even better that his building crashed down on him. I mean, that's
What?
that's a,
Halloth looks down at the ground. He's not proud of
Aomer pops up as well.
awesome.
Aomer pops up as well.
You should have seen it.
The building collapse. Yes. What?
Yeah,
I assume works of Grima. What happened?
his
Indeed.
great crown came. It was just a little bit too heavy, and it came crashing down on top. Poetry. It was poetry, my friend.
Very
We can always
well.
rebuild
Yes, of course.
stronger next time.
You all from the back of the caravan, you hear the bark of a dog in the distance, and you watch as
Aw.
Gamlia perks up and goes, "Silas!" And the dog comes running up and starts licking Gamlia in the face.
Oh, is that one a man too?
No, this is Silas. He is my dog. It was the one thing I demanded, Lord Grima, when I agreed.
Well, I'm glad you had company, little one. And it appears that not all beasts are so easily seduced.
No, he has been my constant companion, as has, and you notice, Grimborne, the eyes of Gamlia flick over to you. I'm sorry for what I asked of you when I asked you to change. It was the only distraction I could think of. And thank you.
Oh, my dear one. Don't feel sad for asking such a thing, because changing for you brightened my day.
And you watch her just kind of sniffle a little bit, and it is around this point that Thimble and Rayval, who have been sort of just keeping watch this whole time, come into the camp and say, "We need to move. There are torches outside Edoras. They may be looking for us."
I think the
Right.
next question would be where? Where are we? What is our next move?
Yeah. Where did Eowyn, the real Eowyn? Where was she headed? We gotta find her. We have
Yeah.
so many missing people.
Does anybody know of her escape and which even direction she went in?
Hama speaks up at this point. "It was I that helped Lady Eowyn escape those months ago.
Hmm.
She seeks to reestablish Shield Maidens of Rohan. Though it has been many weeks
worry.
since we heard."
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
For those
Yes!
for those listening
That's
on the
so cool.
podcast.
Tori's having a full-blown moment.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm really excited to hear those words.
Tori just started ovulating swords.
I'm having a moment over here.
Ah,
Really liked hearing those words. That's all.
Shield maidens, plural, you say?
Oh, many. Okay,
Oh,
interesting.
oh,
interesting.
well. And can we kiss them all or just one?
I cannot speak to their sexual orientation,
The
my lady.
monogamy of shield maidens.
Oh my god.
Perhaps the polycule can reform once again.
Oh my
All
God.
right. You watch Hama glance over at Eomer. Eomer just kind of at a loss. Eowyn has never been controllable. She could be anywhere, but if she is a master force, the Hornburg, perhaps Helms Deep. Helms Deep would be closest. And you watch as Hama glances around and says, "By horseback it is but an evening's ride, but with all of us, perhaps A day, maybe 2.
Do not underestimate the speed of the elves, my lord.
I do not underestimate the speed of the elves, my lady, but I do underestimate the speed of, forgive me, Lord Iama, injured men and carts. And he glances down at the boar attached to the cart, and there's a brief moment of like standoff where Gorge is looking at Grimborne, and Grimborne is looking at Silas, and Silas is looking at everybody.
Is
Spider-Man
Gorge a
meme.
ward? Is Gorge a ward?
Gorge is a boar, a very large boar.
Yes.
He's kind of a big
I
old, like,
don't remember
potbelly
if he was a
pig.
warg or a boar.
No, it's a potbelly
Tariel,
pig.
Tariel looks at Beery and sort of cocks her head like, you want to introduce your friend here?
Yeah, I didn't want to go in intruding here. Yeah, this is Gorge. He's a Orbol from Erebor, and I'm Barry of Erebor.
But not a boar or a bear, just Beery.
Oh yeah, me. I'm Barry. Yeah.
Berry, bear, boar, arable. There you go.
Hey,
Correct.
we've already
Who's
got
on
the-
first?
We've already got
Yeah,
the Hal pals.
I can keep track of that. I can.
Yeah. Also,
Don't
the fact
worry,
that-
I'll be sure to repeat it as many times as I can.
So
He
Grimborne
will.
kneels down and grabs Gorge by the jowls, looks into his eyes. and-
Yes. This is the best thing that has ever happened.
Glances over at you, Beery.
Barry gives it a shot.
What did you just say
Maybe
to
it's
me?
contagious or something. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Grimborne, you hear an indecipherable noise come out of the dwarf's mouth.
Perhaps you will have time to teach him.
Yes. Barry shuffles up. Hey, we didn't get properly introduced yet. My large friend. Yeah, I'm Barry, and this is my friend Gorge. Were you just having a conversation?
Yes. Apparently, you have talked to him before.
Oh, well, I mean, it's kind of a strange story. There's this funny, clear liquid that I stole from a wizard.
Beery,
Oh,
we must be off.
right. Yes.
Well, I will
Maybe
say
tonight,
this.
maybe over elven wine.
Oh no.
Also,
Not again.
what is Gollum doing during this time? Where is he?
I would
Oh.
like you all to make
Oh, God.
awareness checks for me.
Oh
please.
gosh. Oh gosh.
Bollocks to this. What has happened? There's so many people.
This is so upsetting.
Also, I've just realized that doesn't Hammer have a son called Haleth?
Hama does have a son. Yes, he has not brought Hama up yet, and players would know, but the characters would not.
I do not pass my awareness checks. That's 2 eyes of Sauron and a 5.
Oh boy.
There's a lot happening.
Okay.
Remind me what to do.
Right.
No, you're good.
So
You're good.
for an awareness check,
Oh,
you will
okay.
roll 1d12, and the number of d6 you will roll is equal to the number of dots you have on your awareness line, your skill set. That's another Eye of Sauron for Halloweth. So Tank, you need to hit your target number. It should say in a big diamond up above, TN. You're looking to beat that number with TN.
14. I beat my target number by 2.
Okay. Tanel.
28.
Oh,
28.
good.
Oh,
Thank goodness,
man.
One of us
One
is
of
okay.
those dice is a 6. Too.
Okay.
And then
Beery.
Barry rolled a 23.
Okay.
He's tied to him, so he should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Beery would know, right?
You know, there's a lot that's been going on, and
Oh,
provided
John.
the stealth check goes well,
No.
You have to beat a 28.
Oh.
God.
No.
Come on, Tori, save us all.
Tanel.
Yeah.
Gollum is 500 yards to the east with a knife in his hand.
Tanel just watches and looks back and says, honest answer, do we go after him? I'm not moving unless we need him.
and my large fellow. This here, and he pulls on the rope. This is where'd he go?
Tariel just roars, Rainbow!
Excellent. Tanel-
I might have a go. Give me a second. Can you describe exactly like Gollum's surroundings right now?
Gollum,
Is he just in a field?
he's just in a field. You're behind a hill that you can't see
Okay.
Edoras in, but it's
Yeah.
pretty flat.
Okay, fingers in the ground time. We're going to the ground, and
You have that kind of range?
500 yards. I mean, I did a.
Let's find out.
message. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
let's-
find out.
Grimborne,
so.
what's up?
Long ways.
It's a
Is
long
this meddling little creature important?
way. Relatively.
Yes.
Yes, unfortunately.
Okay, I want to stretch my legs.
Rather-
Transform into bear.
Okay.
Race after him.
Here's what I will say happens immediately. Tanel, you look around waiting for anybody else to take action. Halowith sinks his fingers into the ground. Grimborne transforms into a bear. Beery, you're still holding the rope, and Rayval starts sprinting after him immediately.
Oh, I was
Uh,
thinking
well-
he'd get on a horse.
He's getting on my back.
Oh, well,
I
there-
hoist him on my back and we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, Beery, I will allow you to make an athletics check if you would like to jump up on the bear as well.
Let's go. Huzzah!
Oh, squee indeed.
All right, here we go. Ooh. Okay, I see 2 6s. Wait, 12,
That's fine. That should be
16,
okay.
17, 20 even.
Okay, Grimborne.
Oh, hell.
Grimborne, please describe as you hoist this elf up onto your back, transforming, how you simultaneously with your other hand grab onto the dwarf. Please describe it for me.
Big bear paw. As he's galloping forward, he reaches down and grabs the back of the shirt or armor of Beery and hoists him back as well and continues his gallop towards this measly little grimy little creature.
As he's looking at the end of his like rope, he's like, I thought we had trust.
Tanel, you watch, actually, no, Halowith.
Yeah.
Hands sunk down into the ground. You watch the tiny little feet of Gorge sprinting half the speed of Beery, scurrying
good.
after the group. Okay, now listen.
Yeah,
What did you roll already?
I did. Yeah.
What did you roll?
I beat my target number by 17.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. We are officially out of the rules of magic that I have kind of created for this. You are out of range. That being said, I'm going to roll a d12, and on a 10 or higher, we will say you have that range.
Okay.
Of half a freaking kilometer.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, I managed to transport messages through the trees for quite a way.
That was through
true.
trees
So it
within
goes
Mirkwood, and
within, yeah.
unfortunately, I did roll an Eye of Sauron.
Oh, good. So
So-
no.
so
Okay.
no,
Well,
I will
tried.
say,
But don't worry.
Wait, we can adjust. He can use his power to springboard forward, so we go faster.
Just roll
Oh, I
the
can do that actually.
Like,
I like
roll
it.
the
roll the
earth.
ground a little
Let me
bit.
roll the ground
Yeah.
up a bit. Let me give you an angle so you're running downhill.
I'll
Okay.
allow it. I'll allow
Okay,
it. Rule of cool. Grimborne, your movement speed is doubled despite the bear and the elf on top of your
I want to
on top
see.
of your
I want to see a painting of this, of like just a far out, like wide shot of just a little moat of Gollum just hustling with this giant bear, literally bearing down on him
Okay.
with 2 passengers, an elf
Just
and
like,
a dwarf,
shit.
and
Okay.
then
Charlotte.
and then little boar chasing after them. Like,
Yeah. Charlotte, which orientation are we in here? Who's riding front? And
did
who's
you
riding
ask
back?
me?
Yeah, well, yeah,
No,
because
it's
we're
it's
riding.
took
Rayval.
Rayval.
It's Rayval.
Oh,
Beery,
Yeah.
you're in front.
Yeah,
You're the
that's okay,
smaller
I can-
children
Okay.
holding on.
For
to
some
the
reason, I
smaller
thought.
bit.
Okay.
no, it's cool. I mean, I can speak for like, yeah, maybe Rayval's just kind of like got his arms around you, just
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
Securing you on the ride.
Okay.
I've got you, my boy. And I will say,
Over the shoulders.
we're gonna make a series of checks in a moment. But in
This
the
is too good.
in the same way that like anime happens where like the characters' legs don't actually run, they just kind of become that little circle and sprint off. A trail of dust is left as
Yeah.
Fury, Rayval, Grimborne sprint off with Gorge, and Halloweth sinks his fingers into the ground, giving them that extra repulsion. Tanel, Tariel, the two of you would watch as in the matter of like 5 to 10 seconds, all of this has happened. Thimble, Gamlia, Hama, and Aomer both look out into the distance and look back at you two and say, what?
I didn't really finish my thought.
Your pet just
Tariel just holds up a
He's-
hand, pinches the bridge of her nose, presses her palms together. Deep breath through the nose. Turns to Gamlia. My dear, would you like something to eat?
yes. Will you explain what's happening?
As soon as I know what to say.
Very well. Grimborne, please make an athletics check with favor.
Come on.
Athletics and
Our
what's
mighty
with favor.
steed.
So I take 2 out of 3, the best 2 out of 3.
Take 2 d12s, take the better of the 2 d12s, and then roll the same number of d6. You're trying to beat your target number.
This shit just got so whimsical.
20,
Yeah.
That's a lot.
27.
Okay.
God.
With a 27, all right, hang on. I'm
I'd
gonna
love to know
make
Gollum's perspective, like his POV of I've made it, turns around and sees a hill suddenly, and coming down said hill, like a bear, an elf, a dwarf, and a boar.
A bear, a
I'm hearing
boar.
Flight of the Valkyrie.
Yeah.
From Erebor.
Yeah.
All of them are a boar, a bear, and a berry, and an elf.
don't forget Halloweth, Halbarad, Haldir,
Yeah,
There's
Haleth.
just- there's
and
Hal.
Haleth. Yes. Well, you haven't met him
God.
or
Haven't
know
met
about him.
Haleth yet, but he
All right.
exists.
I'm going to go ahead and make a roll. And I will say that it's really only a matter of time before you catch up to him. It's just a question of how long it takes. So allow me to just make a quick roll.
Careful, he has a
Gollum-
knife.
Well, he does
He
have a
does.
knife, but he does have a knife. But
Oh, we are.
all right, that's a
Also, this is
5,
probably
a
the
5.
fastest Beery's ever moved.
Yes.
So I'm imagining like his cheeks are flapping, his beard's like in his face from the wind.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Hang on, lad.
His battle cries just lost to the
Yeah.
wind. Like,
That turn into just like high pitched screams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So there was a total of 16 rolled, but one of them was a 6. So I will say it is going to take another round of athletics checks. Grimborne, please roll as you close the distance. It's getting closer, but please make another athletics check for me.
Come
Favor or
on.
without.
With favor as well. You're still actually this second one, I'll say you're going down the hill, but so just roll the 1d12. But you've kind of gotten past Halloweth's range and sort of creating the hill that he's going down.
15.
15, and that beats your target number?
Correct.
Okay, great. Hang on. Okay.
Valar with you.
So
This is gnarly. It's like one of those nightmares that you can't run from. You know what's behind
You're
you.
not getting anywhere.
Yes.
I would like to hear the sound effects of Gollum just running as fast as he can.
so here's what we're gonna do, right?
Okay.
This is all theater of the mind, but if this were a stage play, Beery, Grimborne, and Rayval would all have run off stage. And as you're sitting there getting some lembas bread for Thimble and for Hama and for Gamlia, you would hear off in the distance, and you would hear as Gorge chases after her, and just like the sound effects off stage. It's like there was this eagle, and then we went to Rivendell. You would hear, and then so we came here, and we knew you weren't. And you just keep telling this.
This is
story.
truly what Shakespeare was talking about.
100%.
Exit being chased. What was the you said it last episode?
Exit pursued by a bear.
Exit
pursuit.
pursued by a bear. That's exactly what Gollum does. Okay.
My face already hurts.
Oh, we're gonna cut back to the camp with Aomer, Thimble, Hama, Gamlia, and the rest of you for just a moment. as
I just wanted to know where Gollum was.
I was like a dog out of my cage. I had to run.
Yeah.
Zoomies. It
He's
says
got the
bear
zoomies.
zoomies.
Yes.
Oh my god.
you ever seen a 6 foot tall bear do zoomies through the woods?
In my
That's
head, that
terrifying.
is what I'm seeing. Yes.
I
What
just
my
imagine like
hopes
the,
and
tongue,
dreams
the
are
tongue
made of.
like lolling out as well.
Yeah.
The eyes are wide.
Zoomies, but make it Nordic.
Okay,
Oh my god.
in the camp,
Mhm.
we're going to.
Oh, Don.
Oh
You're so happy right
Collect
now.
yourself.
no! It's not like I've been planning this specific episode for like 3 months or anything.
Right.
You gotta stop doing that.
I really gotta. I really gotta. Okay. Camlia looks up and
Mhm.
starts just apologizing to her father, apologizing to Aomer, and Aomer, who's like not really with it all that much, is still very much like really beat up. You healed him as best you could, but like he's not doing well. And he's just looks around at all of you and says, I'm sorry. You gave me so many opportunities to, and you're singing, my lady, looking at you, Tanel. Thank you. That was a beautiful ceremony.
I was trying to get you away from him, to be honest. I'm sorry that the moment never came up, but my dear, I am not grateful for death, but I am grateful for Grima's. After hearing all of your tales, you do not need to apologize as you have. In fact, you should probably be getting some rest.
Yes, I think may I use your cart when it comes back to rest as we move to, I think
Oh,
you
he took
mentioned
the
Helms.
cart. Yes.
And
Should
she just like Tanel like just looks off.
off in the distance, you
Yeah.
just
I don't even know where he was trying to run off to. Yes, just one moment, but yes, please. I beg of you to get some rest. We have to figure some things out.
Of course, Father. And you watch as Hama just nods and says, be at peace, child. And looks over at you, Tanel, and Tario and says, Helms Deep it is then.
Yes, and you said you have no weapons, yes?
You hear Thimble from behind you say, I believe I can assist with that. And you watch him pull out an enormous axe that
Jesus.
only Grimborne could possibly hold.
Oh my, okay.
They bade me keep it safe, and King Grima was going to put it up as a trophy of some kind, but he never got to hang it.
I'm sure he was.
Well, as soon as they're back, I'll give it back to them.
Yes, yes.
Cut back to Grimborne. You are finally caught up with this gangly, shriveled-looking creature that is kind of humanoid, but is on all fours. And Rayval, quick, hops off, draws his bow, arrow pointed.
I was just about to say, as we're like approaching, he's gonna attempt to kind of stand up on Grimborne's back a little bit, and just kind of like, just kind of surfing a little bit. Get back here, you bastard! And I don't know if any of you grew up around rodeo like I did, but like, you ever heard of bulldogging?
Yeah.
Sure haven't.
Tackle a steer. That's what he's gonna try and do, because he is royally pissed. They've been working on camaraderie, damn it.
Grimborne.
So as you're doing that, I feel you getting ready. I hear you say that. And as you're ready to jump, I just kind of lunge my back so you get more propulsion to pin this little bugger down.
Beery, make an athletics check with favor.
Oh, I love this so much. 3 6s.
Oh, nice.
3 6s.
Don't kill him.
Oh my god.
So just in the interest of full disclosure, this is all happening in your mind, Grimborne. You can't actually speak as a bear. I don't know if you're possible.
28.
Okay.
Whoa.
One with a 28. You wrap your arms around Gollum, and you sort of like tackle as he tries to take off after the sort of deer in the headlights sees you jump, flees. With 3 6s, I will say that the dagger that he had in his hand that he was keeping this time falls out from the force of it. Raval goes to pick it up, and you hear Gollum go as you fall on top of, and all of the air comes out of his lungs. He goes, and he just starts crying
Oh my
really
God.
loudly.
Meaning, like, what is that? I didn't like to hear that. Sensitive ears.
Terrible. Quit it. I know you're in there.
Stop it.
Stop that. Poke him in the chest. You stop that right now. I've had just about this much left of my patience. Just about had enough of you. I'm going to hand you over to the elves. I'm your best case scenario, all right? You hear me? I'm the greatest gift you've ever had. If I just release you to the elves, they might just skin you alive. I don't know.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm fucking persuaded.
Yeah.
Grimborne will stand behind Beery.
Oh yeah, make it with favor. Make it with favor. You got the bear.
Yeah.
Got the bear behind you. There's persuasion.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party, buddy. This is great.
Yeah.
This is awfully embarrassing for Gollum.
Oh,
Oh my God.
I rolled like crap. I rolled wolf. Thanks for the advantage, buddy, because I rolled
Favor.
Sauron. So that was a 2 on my D12,
Okay.
which comes to a 9, 14. It does
14.
just beat my target number.
Okay, great. I need to make a roll. Ooh, a 4. Okay. So for those of you that have maybe been keeping notice, I will occasionally, not players, but maybe people in the audience, I've occasionally been rolling a D6 when Beery and Gollum have an interaction. And there's a certain number of points that, depending on Beery's persuasion roll and the checks that I make based on Gollum's persona at the time, whether that's Smeagol or Gollum, you will either add to the total that will increase Gollum's compliance or subtract from it and make him run away. The last 2 hours have not been great for him. However, in making that persuasion check and me rolling a 4, we have now passed a certain threshold where Gollum, because you've still got the rope tied to your wrist, Beery, Gollum slinks slowly out of your grip, grabs the rope, and ties himself back up.
Now that's better. See, we can be friends. Damn it.
We can be friends, precious.
No. Damn it. Say, yeah, it's very, it's good. It's, releases something.
What's damn it, precious?
It's like, you ever have like, I don't know, like stewed fish or like potatoes and put a little bit of salt. It's like a little bit of salt on
There's
it.
a sharp elven whistle from afar.
Oh, see,
It's giving very, what the hell is going on over there?
I'm the only shot not to be on the other end of that.
Damn it.
Yeah, there you
Damn
go.
it.
Feels
Damn
good.
it.
Yeah.
Damn it. 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 Precious. Damn it. We love damn it.
This was not on my bingo list.
I don't know how we could have even predicted this moment.
Why do you think I titled it this? Why
Yeah.
do you think I titled it this?
There's-
Hang on. I need to roll another D6 because that was adorable.
Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
2 more points to the compliance of Gollum.
Compliance.
Compliant
I
rolls.
hate it. I hate
you're
it. The
just-
compliance rolls.
You're just approaching friendship again, but like,
I feel like I'm playing The Sims, like back in
I
the
was gonna
day,
say this is like a Dragon Age thing where it's like, what's your friendship score? Your
Mhm,
approval
mhm.
rating.
like Mass Effect. Do you go Renegade or
Yes.
yeah. Okay. So you all hear a whistle from the elves, and you're welcome to go back. Are you heading back, I assume?
Oh, definitely at a brisk pace, because
Yeah,
we're not
yeah.
going to disobey Tariel. But
Would
on the way
you
back,
like to
just reach out pretty much as high as he can go and pat the bear's like kind of foreshoulder, and that was well done, my friend.
Yeah.
And it's just like just a big old scary growl, like, oh, okay.
you watch as like 30 seconds later, Gorge finally catches up to you, like,
You almost had him, my friend. You almost
and
got him. It's
I
go.
would like to see Gorge running alongside Grimborne like a sidecar, like
Yeah. The cute factor is overwhelming.
it's all very Studio Ghibli in my head right
Yes.
now.
oh, absolutely,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely. If Grimborne is Cat Bus, Gorge is just a small version of Totoro.
Yeah, one of the smaller Totoros. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I should get one of those Etsy artists to do a Studio Ghibli.
that'd be
Yes.
fun.
Fiverr.
You know what?
Yes.
I saw some AI art today that was very disappointing, but it was Lord of the Rings and Studio Ghibli aesthetic. It was beautiful and all a lie, but like
I wish
it.
I could like it. I wish I could like it, but I can't in good conscience.
Can't like
Anyway,
it. But let's
okay.
get it.
Yeah, you all come back to the camp. Grimborne, are you staying in bear form or are you coming back to human form?
I would probably stay in bear form. That felt
Okay,
really
cool.
good.
I would
Relax.
like you. I would like you to, if you don't mind, please make me an awareness check with favor, please.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
13 beat my target number by 1.
Okay,
Mm,
Grimbjorn, you feel the call, the pull, the urge that you felt all those months ago when all of your kids and all of the elders transformed into a bear in that moment. But you master it. And you do not give in to that primal instinct. And you remain with the party. It is around this point that Thimble is going to hand the axe to you, still in bear form. My friend, Grima wanted to keep this as a trophy, but it is yours by right. And he sort of puts it pretty close to your mouth.
He would transform into man and
Okay.
then grab it.
Okay.
Just this image of a bear wielding a battle axe, like
Yeah.
like Maximus entangled, like with a sword.
This is the strangest thing I've ever
done.
I'm picturing the meme of the crab with the knife. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
stay back.
Yeah. Oh, hang on 1 second. I'm overheating.
I'm kind of doing the same.
I did the same thing.
I'll change at the break.
20 minutes ago.
All right.
This is freaking amazing.
This is so
Dang,
great.
This is amazing.
This is so great.
This is
I'm
fun.
so happy right
You're
now.
now a part of the party, buddy. Okay.
Oh yeah, it keeps
Oh
going.
yeah, Max is the one who makes these pronouncements.
He's said it to every guest so far, and
It's working with Charlotte.
yeah, he's 1 for 4. He's 1 for 4. Right?
You're getting better.
I'm also very annoying and persistent, so there's that.
Is our guest, and I don't mean Charlotte, back in character as Halliworth, is our guest Gamlia well taken care of? When he comes
Yes, I would
towards-
say she's calmed down. She's got a blanket over her.
Okay.
You would though notice around this point, Thimble looks around at all of you guests and says, "Forgive me. You mentioned a caravan yesterday. Did you happen to see anyone from Rohan in it?"
So
Many.
many.
Halliworth looks to Tanel
Mhm.
as a designate, as he's like, you make
Resident
a lot
note
of-
taker
a lot of
of-
mental
Yeah,
notes
yeah,
about
I'm-
this sort of thing.
I'm
You're very
getting
good
there,
with
I'm getting
faces
there.
and names.
Hold on, I'm getting there.
I'm
Meanwhile,
old.
Beery found a really interesting looking rock. Yeah, totally spaced.
We saw signs while that's happening.
Yes.
Mhm.
As we approached the gate of the Golden Hall, we saw signs that the caravan had been here very recently. Can you give us an accounting of events quickly?
Quickly, yes. And he glances back, and you would all notice the torches that are the guards of whoever is looking for whoever in Edoras have gotten a little bit closer. I'd say if you want to do a Aaron Sorkin and walk and talk towards Helm's Deep, we can certainly do that.
I'll do this. Tariel follows his gaze and forestalls herself and says, there will be time, I suppose.
Indeed.
Let us go.
Indeed.
And
All
as I would say too, that as her people are striking the camp, they'll sort of pad out the cart to make it as comfortable as possible for Éomer and Gamlia.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, sorry. Your elves have come back from like all of the two that got Rayval's back, the two that got Éomer that are back, and the rest were tracking the bear and the bride, because you mentioned to Rayval that I don't know if I ever explained this. You mentioned to Rayval that there was going to be a wedding. And
yes, and he
the
was like,
fact
what?
Yes, the fact that you mentioned someone wearing all whites, like we should probably follow that. That was what I was thinking. I don't know if I ever said that out loud, but like
That tracks.
that was it. All right. So you strike the camp incredibly quickly and start making your way west. Sorry, I couldn't remember. So you start making your way west. I will ask, who is where and who is doing thank you, Tori.
Here we go.
Putting the map back up behind
We
you.
got it. We got it.
We're fine.
It's totally fine.
All right. So I will ask, who is where? Because you've got the 3 horses, or excuse me, the 2 horses that Hallowith and Tennell have. Grimborne, you can be a bear again if you would prefer. Charlotte, you and the other elves would need to walk, or you can all pile into the cart, but it might.
Did we not bring any horses with us? I mean, with our own party? I feel that
don't-
we would have had to have made any kind of speed.
You know what? Yeah, I'll allow. I'll say.
And to pull the cart and stuff, like.
Well, the cart was originally pulled by Gorge because it was Beery's. So
Right.
Since there's 2 people in the cart, and that's a little much for
Gorge.
So I would say Gorge is probably in the cart with the other 2, and he's getting pulled by a horse.
okay.
Oh,
That's it all possible.
All right, cool. Grimbjorn, are you going into bear form or are you going into human, or are you staying in human form?
I'll stay in human.
Okay. Staying in human form, you all start heading west through the evening. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a series of checks to see what you run into, if anything, to see if you are caught, to see if you are noticed by anything, and what time you make as you make your way to Helm's Deep. Now, just in the interest of sort of obscure Lord of the Rings facts, in the books, you can get from Helm's Deep from Edoras to Helm's Deep on horseback at a full gallop really quickly. It's like basically overnight. That being said, you have some injured people with you. You're maybe trying to be a little bit stealthy. How you choose to travel is going to affect how long it is going to take you. So if you want to do this stealthily, it's going to take you longer. If you want to do this quickly, you run the risk of getting caught a little bit more easily.
I think stealth might be best because we have injured people, those who also can't really fight at the moment.
Mhm.
So I think stealth is best.
Real
Good.
quick question. We need to leave somebody behind to rule Edoras because there are still people there, right?
There are still plenty of people there, yes, but keep in mind, of the 8 or so guards that you saw, in a battle that I was assuming was going to take up this entire episode, you rolled 3 Gandalfs to instantly save Tennell. So
Yeah.
worked out perfectly.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's kind of their problem right now.
We're just people. Okay, anarchy. Of a village, I guess. Edoras has turned into.
They'll have to
Public.
pick their own chieftain.
You see Éomer say, "I will," and he kind of falls back into the cart.
Yeah. Okay. No. You're fine.
You
I
will
wasn't-
not.
I was not thinking of you.
We
Gonna be
will-
honest. I was
we
thinking
will let
potentially even behind Hammer. To
Are you
be
bringing this up
present.
in? So we'll say as you're running, you're sort of having this conversation as you make your way.
Sure.
So Hammer looks down and says, I cannot leave my daughter, and she is not safe there.
At the pace we're going, Hammer, how many days to Helm's Deep?
Ah, we may make it there late tomorrow night. Again, it's going to depend on what you roll, but
Right.
if all of us had horses and all healthy, 12 hours, perhaps 8, but all of us here, it will take time.
If we expect to find the Lady Eowyn there, then your people will not be without leadership for more than a few days. What do you think their prospects are?
Hang on, I'm going to make a roll. This is going to be an insight check for Hama. 3, 13, 15. He looks at you and says, those that lived in fear of Grima outnumbered those that remained loyal to him.
Grimborne kind of chimes up. If you need to go, your daughter will be safe with me. She is like my own daughter. I think of her as one of my own. So if you need to go, she'll be safe for a few days.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check, Grimborne.
Ooh.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Where are you?
There it is.
Bear smooch.
Persuasion. Oh, persuade. 1d12.
It's
1d6.
Ursus versus them.
Oh my god.
That is a 9.
A 9.
Mm.
Not very persuasive.
I'm gonna leave.
So 6 HP to the final boss for every bear pun, too?
Oh, God.
Okay, you're okay with persuasive, but not persuasive. Like, you know, pick a
I'm
side.
just giving you a hard time.
You look down at Hama, say this to him, say, thank you, but I'm sure you understand as a parent. I'm staying.
I understand.
We didn't hear you, Charlotte, sorry.
Barent.
Damn it, Charlotte.
Damn it, Charlotte. Parent.
Oh, heavenly God.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'll stop.
So, Hama stays, and you all are going to start making your way towards Helm's Deep. I would like you all to make a series of checks, and this is going to be a group check. So you're all going to make a number of them, and it is going to determine, it's basically a pass or fail. If majority passes on one check, we move to the next one. If we fail, we need to move to another check. Okay?
Yay. Don't
All
do
right.
scams,
Okay, and then
please.
can we break?
Yeah, then we'll
Okay.
have our break. Sorry. Actually, you know what? Why don't we do this now? Let's take 5. We'll make our rolls, and then we will carry on the conversation as you approach Helm's Deep. Would that work?
Great.
Works
Okay,
for me.
we'll take our 5-minute break. Everyone keep your videos on, just mute yourself, and we'll see live chat. We'll see you in 5 minutes. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And welcome back. When we left off, introductions were made, small gangly creatures were chased, and a decision to go to Helms Deep was made. We're going to pick it up with a series of roles that is going to govern the amount of time it is going to take you to Helms Deep. And I will say, we will sort of do a parallel storyline in that the roles are going to coincide with whatever role play happens as you continue to go towards Helms Deep. I'd like to get the roles out of the way first, just, in case I need to throw some sort of random encounter at you in the middle of this session. So I would ask everyone first to please make me a travel check.
Oh, good. Is that just a straight D12?
You should have if you don't have any D6s.
It's been blacked out for me, or blocked out.
Okay,
for
yeah.
me.
So not blacked out, but because you don't have any dots in travel, we've just said roll a D12, and you can add whatever you have to somebody else's. We'll continue with that because that's what I've been doing with guests if they don't need it. Oh, I see Tori covering.
Oh,
her
wait,
face.
wait.
Oh,
Wait.
you have favor because of the thing that.
Yes,
Did you roll an Eye of Sauron?
I did. I rolled an Eye of Sauron, but then I rolled a Gandalf immediately after.
Oh my
Wow.
Hold on.
god!
Wow.
That's good.
Wait,
Yeah. Bring the
Yeah.
webcam over again. We need proof.
that's the sorry.
Nice.
It's a 12 on the
Mhm.
little black
And a
dice.
6.
And a
Oh my
6.
god.
Nice.
Excellent.
Okay, so Tanel aside, what did everybody else roll?
A 15, but my target number is 16, unfortunately.
Okay, so that's
Mm.
one fail, one pass.
I failed.
That's 2 failures. Zach?
I got a 5.
A 5.
on a D12.
Okay, great.
God.
Tank?
Got a 4.
Oh my God. So we set out and we all immediately trip and fall face first. into
Yeah,
mud.
I think
All right.
so.
Okay, so
Oh my God.
that's travel. All right, so travel is gonna. Sorry, I just got to
We
make
have
sure I'm
injured
keeping.
folks. We're going nice and easy.
This is great.
Okay, I
So
will then.
stealthy.
I will then ask you, because of the failed travel check, I will ask you all to make stealth checks.
Okay.
But
I'm
please
stronger
ma-
here.
Please make it.
Yeah.
If you have favor, make it a regular roll, and if you do not have favor and it's just a regular roll, make it with ill favor.
How do I
Sorry
know
for
if I
what's about
have
to happen.
favor?
You'll have
Um,
a dot.
You'll have
Oh,
you'll have a
I've got-
dot on the left of the word stealth instead of the right.
Oh, okay. I have no dots. I have no favors of any kind.
Do you not
anyway.
have any? Did we not give
No.
you favor?
You didn't give me any favor anyway.
Oh, hang on.
Seems wrong.
Yeah, no, elves should be favored in, what was it? They're favored in lore automatically and favored in one other, I think it's one
Like
other.
song.
Oh yeah, it might be song. They're favored
Yeah,
in lore
hold
and
on.
song.
I got you.
Okay.
It's
We
not
are-
important
yeah,
right
song.
now. Okay.
Did you, well, yeah, just so as long as you pass. Okay.
I'm not favored in stealth. Okay.
Okay, so Grimborne rolled a 3. Are you holding up 3? Okay, so
Yes,
that
that
is
was a 3.
okay. That's
I'm
one
not stealthy.
failure.
It's real bad.
I pass.
Okay, that's one pass, one fail,
2 fail.
2 fail.
I rolled a 21, so I passed my target number by 10.
2 pass, 2 fail.
I rolled a 34, beating my target number by
Oh,
a lot.
You guys, you
I-
don't
I-
see Halloweth for like an
22?
hour.
22. I
Where'd
beat
he
my target
go?
number by 22.
Just the man
Jesus.
completely disappears.
My God.
Okay.
Probably disappeared from even our memory.
Yeah. Okay. You pass the stealth check. I'm then going to ask you to make a scan check, please.
Ah,
boy.
bollocks.
Halloweth, more like Halloware.
Uh,
You are full of it, Charlotte. Oh
I
my
am.
God.
I was
mean,
born to be a dad.
Oh my God.
What are we? Wait,
Gandalf.
which one is this?
This is a scan.
Skin.
My weakest trait in this particular.
Don't you worry, I
section,
got
and
you.
I got a
I got you
Gandalf.
too.
Oh, okay. So that's 1 critical success. We're going to count that as 2.
Yeah.
19, so beat my target number by 8.
3 passes.
22.
22, 4 passes.
21.
18. I pass.
Brilliant. Okay. Okay.
So we're
Actually,
in danger. We just see it coming.
so
Yeah,
yes,
right.
yes,
We
you'll
know how
see it-
screwed
you'll
we
see it
are.
coming. All right. And I'm
There they
sorry,
are. And then you just wait for them to run at you.
Tanel, did you roll the Gandalf on your travel check?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool. So I apologize. That's my fault. That is actually a Gandalf is 2 successes in this sort of mechanic that we've created. So you will actually, you will actually tie, and ties in this game go to the advantageous result. So we're going to say travel check is also a pass.
Yay.
Tanel coming in clutch. Amazing. Okay, because the scan check was also a pass, and you have now, do I need to go back and do this? No, we'll just retcon and say this. Please make an explore check for me.
Oh,
Yeah, this is going to affect you all individually.
Oh boy.
Gladly.
So let me know your numbers specifically.
I'm seeing 2 6s, baby.
Okay.
I got 1-6 with a
And you pass?
yeah.
Okay.
I got 2 Eyes of Sauron.
Ooh. Oh, no.
I'm not exploring a damn thing.
No. Okay. Grimborne.
I got people to do that for me.
Yeah.
16.
27.
Okay. So Beery passes. Grimborne passes. Tanel?
2 total.
2.
I haven't put anything in
I'm
explore.
picking
and
I'm picking
I
a
am-
different D12. This one's garbage.
I am just realizing
That's
that now.
Okay.
I totally forgot about that.
Okay.
one.
Yeah, I put 2 in it, and that was at the very before the first session. So
I have nothing in it. I completely forgot about it. I didn't put any stats to it at all. So
I haven't asked you to make too many checks with it, so it's fair that it wouldn't be called upon, but every
Whoops.
so often we need to have a group travel check or a group check. Charlotte, you got a good D12? Does it have dinosaurs or sperm in it or something?
Sperm. It's got sperm.
This is your sperm dice, yeah.
Yeah. okay.
Not active for those listening, watching. It's just a resin that looks
The
like
shape.
not actual. The shape of, not the actual.
Made by smoking glue guns. You too can get the blue swimmers D
Space.
set.
For those watching, Tank's face has kind of just risen into that weird grimace smile
I'm
that
so
you
sorry.
see some white people do.
Hey.
Amazing. Okay, so
I'm
wow,
good. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm just looking because you all successfully passed, but my God, that Tanel, that Gandalf came in absolutely clutch with that. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Your journey to Helm's Deep is relatively uneventful for the most part. You spend the first few hours walking at a brisk pace, trying to put as much distance between yourselves and Edoras. As the sun rises, though, you do notice that you have finally moved out of sight of Edoras, and you start to feel a little bit more safe. And it is around the time of morning that Thimble says to the group, forgive me, travelers, but you mentioned a caravan to King Grima. By all luck, did you happen to meet an apprentice blacksmith?
I believe we did. He
We
was
did, yeah.
one of the first to come speak with us.
Was his name Avegil?
Yes, it was.
And you watch his bottom lip quiver a little bit. Where were they headed?
At the moment, they were heading north towards Rivendell, but the entire reason we were even in Edoras was to try to bring them back here.
Perhaps then, if we are successful in finding Lady Eowyn, we can also bring them back. If, by your leave, my Lord Eomer, I would like to go find my son. And you watch as Eomer from the cart gives a quick nod, says, go. And Thimble looks around at all of you, says, thank you all for your help. I am only sorry that the people of Edoras did not do the job themselves. It is a shame we will bear for many generations. But we are grateful. Master Beery, thank you for the wonderful conversation in my shop.
Oh, it was great to make your acquaintance. Absolutely, my friend. You're always welcome at my side.
Should you all find Lady Eowyn, perhaps we can retake Edoras for good this time.
I believe so.
Go without shame. Yours would not be the first kingdom to fall from forces within. And she casts a little look, a meaningful look at the Gondolindrim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not really understanding your words, the true words behind your meaning, but appreciating it nonetheless. He nods at you, very appreciative. Farewell and good luck.
Safe travels.
And he turns his back and starts heading in the direction that you all pointed him towards the caravan.
A long, pensive gaze out into the horizon as he contemplates that.
You all continue on your way towards Helms Deep. Is there anything you all would like to discuss among yourselves, conversations that you think would naturally arise? Grimborne, I imagine you would probably stay quiet, but people might have some questions for you. So,
Howard's actually going to pipe up. He's will go to Beery, and it'll be like a little while after his conversation. Just kind of sat there, and he's gonna just kind of not look at him, just gonna stare straight ahead and say, in my experience, dwarves are insatiable. They are known for being greedy, and nothing is ever enough. Now, I have always seen for thousands of years that as a cardinal sin amongst my people. As in all living beings, greed is not something I condone. However, in your case, it seems that your appetite for knowledge and self-improvement is insatiable, as is your nature. I wouldn't worry. Your mind is sharp, and your hammer broad.
Where's this coming from? You rascal, how dare you hit me right in the feelings like that?
I don't know, my bloodlust has gone away, and now I just feel kind of...
Just bring it in here and just around the middle.
I don't need, this is unnecessary. My comment was meant to be a standalone.
Smeagol, you too?
Now. I can leave. I don't put me near this creature. He doesn't smell.
Gollum doesn't do hugs. I'm sorry. No persuasion checks.
Smells horrific. When was the last time this thing bathed?
He was last in a river 14 days ago.
Oh, good. Yeah. When was the last time he washed that loincloth?
I tried to give him a coat, but then he ran off.
Somewhere around the second age.
I was going to peel himself away from this. He's like, okay.
Take a fellowship point, you two. That was very nice.
Oh
my God.
I would like to posit that at this point, perhaps Tariel has had Beery's rope tether to Gollum replaced by a finely linked elven chain.
Okay.
Perhaps somewhat more difficult to sever and escape from.
As soon as you do that, you hear Gollum go, "It burns. It burns."
Wait, take it off him. It's burning him.
Didn't
bring back the crappy rope.
Okay.
Is it actually burning Gollum?
Yes.
Or is it just, it is actually burning.
Great. Well, we can't have him pulling every warg for the next 20 miles. Okay. They try regular elvish rope.
So that's like
They don't know that. They don't know that.
Beery kind of collects the very fine, beautiful elven chain. Is kind of in a little bit. Get this off him, puts it in his pocket. Yeah. So like, yeah, let's exchange it for some better rope. Maybe that'll be a little bit better.
So they try the elvish rope.
Oh, burns. It burns us.
Fennell's just looking around to make sure he's not calling anything to
Is
our
he-
location.
Yeah, make an awareness check.
Tariel
Oh, crap.
pulls
Okay.
out one of her knives and holds it to Gollum's throat. Does this burns us?
Silence.
The rope or the blade, creature?
He silently picks himself up and it is 4 away from the compliance, but he is still within the tolerable range, even with the rope burning. Stays on his neck, and he lets out a whimper every so often.
Does it actually seem like it's the elven rope is burning him? Like,
Yeah.
Can I get? Oh, this
Yeah,
is
no inside checks needed. No inside checks needed. Yeah,
Okay.
this is the Frodo and Sam
Yeah.
tugging Gollum in the Two Towers.
But homie has escaped twice. Like that regular little rope was not doing it. And at
No.
this point, Tariel is over it, over his comfort. And Beery is probably still lucky to be alive, and Gollum is lucky that he's not being dragged behind a horse.
Fair.
Mhm.
Grimborne, what are you doing right now during your travel?
I am just as we're traveling, sniffing around, seeing if I can smell anything that's either yummy or things that I can use, using that animalistic sense of smell that bears are known for.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and make me an awareness check with favor. Tanel, what did you roll on your?
It was a 16 for awareness, so I
Okay.
beat my target number by 2.
Okay, great.
I
Grimborne?
got 14, beats my target number by 2.
Okay,
Nice.
excellent. Okay. I will say with the awareness check that you gave, Tanel, the cry is loud enough that you're worried someone will hear, but you don't hear anything much by the you don't hear anything close by. Essentially, you don't hear anything close by, and scanning out, you don't see anything. Grimborne, you would, with a beating a target number but also having animal senses, start to get the scent of something slightly foul that would remind you of your time in or near the forest of Mirkwood as you made your way south.
What is it? What do you smell?
Oh,
He's done one.
you know what?
Excellent.
You know what? Since Tank's here, I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Okay, good.
That should be an extra 6 HP to the final boss.
Bring it.
You've got to
Wait,
guess.
what quote is that? Oh,
This is
What do you smell? Man flesh.
Oh, good lord.
box of ale. Let's go.
Has anyone seen the if orcs talked like normal people?
Yes.
What is it? What do you smell? Man flash.
I did see that.
I did not see that.
It's an amazing video. I'll send it to you, Chen. It's fantastic. Although personally, I'm a huge fan of what if orcs were posh. I say, by Jove, what is it? What do you smell? Oh, just a spot of man flesh, my old boy. They've picked up our trail, by God. Let's be off.
Which I think is how Tolkien intended it to be. And Peter Jackson really just took it and made it his own kind of
Well, I
weird
heard
creation.
that they were supposed to be Slavic.
Uh-oh.
Were they?
From your friend. Oh gosh,
Uh-oh.
he's been in like all of the Lord of the Rings movies in The Hobbit. He's a stunt guy, and he played one of the
Oh.
dwarves.
Jed
What's-
Brophy. Jed
Yes.
Brophy?
It was an interview, and he was saying like, yeah, it was originally supposed to be Slavic, but they kind of went into more of like a Cockney, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I'm picturing them from the Mitchell and Webb sketch. Like, are we the baddies? Like, you got a skull on your hat.
Skulls on our-
Amazing. Okay, so Grimborne, I think you would hear with smell with your keen senses something along the lines of a foul kind of creature. Unable to place it, but it has moved in this direction recently.
I smell something not right. There's a stench in the air.
I apologize, my friend. Gorge.
Not
A
you.
little bit nervous.
I'm used to that.
Okay.
I could pick up you from quite a distance.
Ah,
This is something else. That's something of Mirkwood.
That pricks Tariel's ears up.
yeah, Tariel. Go ahead and I'll say you all passed your checks. I will allow you to make either an awareness check or a scan check for me.
This is so much fun.
Mhm. You know.
Oh my God, my sperm die failed me.
Must have pulled out. Sorry.
Oh,
God, no.
I'm sorry. I try and keep this
But
PG,
that's okay. I've
but
got to. God, what the F?
Ah,
I pass nothing. Maybe one of my minions.
would
does.
you maybe say that you shall not be passing this roll?
Oh, God.
There it is.
I'm just going to go ahead and take 6 HP off the
Thank
final
you.
boss for
so
that one.
much.
Good,
Thank you.
Good. I'd love to know the
so
final
much.
tally of like how much is added / subtracted. to these
One of
final
my
boss.
patrons has the tally.
Oh, really?
Apex,
Amazing.
yeah.
Oh, is it Apex? Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're
Apex,
awesome.
if you're watching this, appreciate you. Message me on Discord because even I haven't been keeping track after a while. Anyway, we will come back to it. Tariel, you glance around trying to find the source of whatever happened to be passing through this way. You don't quite notice it. The tracks, you don't see any tracks. You don't smell anything. You don't really notice anything that would seem too abnormal.
What about any of my people?
I'll go ahead and make a group scan check for them.
Hoo-hoo.
8. Oh, that's a 6. Yeah. I think Rayval would bend down a little bit ahead because he and the others are sort of scouting ahead just a little bit. And he would come back to you all and say, we may have trouble. There are tracks that I have only seen in Mirkwood, here in Rohan, of spiders.
Oh, bollocks.
Addercop. I knew it.
Oh, God.
And it is right around this point now that it's been sort of made clear to you. You guys glance around and you do see there are tiny little holes in the ground where the sharp pincer. Actually, Charlotte, you're the spider queen. Do spiders have sharp ends at the end?
They have little tiny claws, 2 little claws at the end of their
Yeah,
feet.
yeah.
Ugh.
Given the size of these spiders that you would know that are quite large, I would say you start to notice in the tracks as you get closer to Helms Deep. There
I
are
was
some
going to go
tracks.
on a little hunt.
Hmm.
Just
It's interesting.
To see.
I'm listening to a book series right now that's about spiders in space, but they're benevolent spiders in space.
What?
So
Hey, I
yeah.
watched Lost in Space as a little kid. I know where this goes.
No, this is good. This is good. It's a great series. I'll tell you guys about it later. But
What-
these are not benevolent spiders in space. These are malevolent spiders in the woods. Okay.
The
Yeah, Hal's gonna
planes.
roll stealth
technically.
and
Yeah.
then start hunting.
Look,
Gonna
yeah,
go with
looks at how
relic
looks
hunting.
like we need to even the scores a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I rolled a Gandalf for stealth,
Amazing.
along with a lot of other good stuff. So he is invisible.
Okay.
Where
Even the scores
are
a bit.
we?
Wait, where'd you go? Damn it.
So just geographically, like, are we seeing these tracks go into the woods? Are they going towards Helms Deep?
They're going
What?
towards Helms Deep.
Oh,
Okay.
God. Oh, the Battle of Helm's Deep with spiders. Oh,
Oh my God.
no. Okay. Yeah. Can I roll for hunting then, please?
You certainly can.
What would I roll for that?
I hold for keeping my bile
well,
down.
well, you made a stealth check, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. With the high as a stealth check that you rolled with a Gandalf, I will say that couple hours into your second day of travel, you've traveled through the night, and then this is now the second day. you find the body of one of these spiders, and it's huge. It's probably, I want to say, the size of like a small dog to you.
Mhm.
And examining the body, it looks as though one of the legs snapped and then another leg snapped, almost as if the legs from weariness, they had just been walking and walking and walking, and the outer shell, Charlotte, you're the spider
Exoskeleton.
Exoskeleton.
that's
Oh,
that's the
sorry.
word I'm looking for. Yes, it's the exoskeleton kind of snapped under the weight of exhaustion, and it is dead.
Beery hops down and pulls one of the little kind of tack hammers from his belt and gives it a prod. Calls to Tario. So back home in Erebor, there's many subterranean rivers, and there's things called mud crabs. Delicacy. We boil them, and they're pretty much like underground spiders like this. Can we eat these? Gives it another poke.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, pity.
However, their venom can be very potent when coated on our arrowheads.
Give me all the bottles that you have stat.
And now it will depend on how long the spider's been dead, but we can try and squeeze a few drops out of its fangs.
Beery, go ahead and make me a craft check, but because this is a creature you're not familiar with, you're not going to do it with favor. You're just going to make a straight roll.
Tariel can guide him.
Yes, guide my hands. It's gonna be
Or
like
just
Ghost.
stand over his
Okay.
shoulder and tell him what to
Okay.
do.
Okay, I'll allow you to roll it with favor. Grimborne, would you like to do anything to this spider with your animalistic urges at this time, or?
That was a weird way to describe it.
Would you
I
like
apo-
to? I won't.
No.
Thank you.
No.
Do any of the elves have little
Maybe.
bottles, little vials?
Yeah,
and
I'll
things?
say a few of them pull out some vials. Yeah.
Now, Shadow
Um,
of War would be different, but not in this one.
The smallest one, Beery pockets it.
Did anyone ever play Shadow of War where Shelob is a very hot woman?
Yes, I have.
Oh,
Yes, I have.
Oh,
God.
wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
weird. Not totally sold on that one, but anyway.
Doesn't seem canon.
No, it's not. It's just nothing about this series of canon.
that video game went so woke. The divert. Sorry, I'm still in Rings of Power mode. Where? Sorry, go
Oh,
ahead,
yeah.
Beery.
It is barely success. He's very not familiar with these things, but it is in fact a success.
Okay, Grimborne.
Grimborne is going to kind of get really close to the spider and get a really big sniff to really cement that scent into his
Mhm.
nose. It's gonna break open one of the legs and give it a little lick.
Yep.
Big sniff, and put it on his armor so he smells like them.
Ah.
Amazing.
Cool.
Amazing.
So
Oh,
got the scent and
You smell like them.
Spiders perceive largely through scent, so this would be a very good way to deceive them.
so I look to Beery. I'm like, when you do this, just like me, I don't see well. They can't see you either. Kind of like
why is that
in,
more terrifying? That's horrible.
yeah.
It depends.
some?
Hang on, let's back up, because if these are the spiders that we've seen in The Hobbit that are the scrabbly, running spiders, those spiders probably don't see great. If they're jumping spiders, they see as well as you do or better. So
Tario, you're making it worse. God.
I'm just saying it's important what kind of spiders we're dealing with here, but regardless,
There's different
they also
kinds.
of course there's different kinds.
Oh,
Don't be
no.
ridiculous. But regardless, they'll all perceive best through scent and vibration.
Yeah, I'm not very bright.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
like a wives' tale coming down.
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Years of
Yeah, yeah.
Grimbjorns.
Okay.
So you just kind of
So we don't know.
squeeze in the.
Okay. Passing the craft check, you do manage to get. Roll me a d6.
D6. Oh, and there was a D6 involved with the roll.
Okay.
4.
You managed to get 5 vials worth of venom. within
He's
you.
starting to
Hell
distribute
yeah.
it. One to Tario, one to Tanel, one to Halloweth, and another to our new guy, our new companion.
All right.
That, by the way.
Tariel
he's
just
hidden.
Oh, he's not
gathers-
even there.
Oh no, I would
well.
say I would say you with your stealth check you found this guy.
Oh,
and
I
that
see.
was
I'm
your-
on the,
yeah,
okay, fine.
yeah. Sorry, unless you want to keep looking, like that would require
well,
another. That would be another stealth check.
Yeah, I just want to know how far away we are to them.
So that would actually be a conversation with Hama that we can play out in a moment. However, I do want to say before we get to that, Raval is going to look at you, Grimbjorn, and say, "Apologies, Master Grimbjorn, a bear. Would it help if we all bathed in the blood of spiders to help hide our scent?" And you hear Aomer from the cart, "I am not going to be rubber." And Gamlia goes, "Yeah, I don't want to put that on my body either."
Well, if most of us.
I would say most of us, especially the ones in the front.
You see Tanel just like slap her hands into it and like slick it through her hair and everything.
Oh.
Like full committed to the bit.
Oh.
I like this one. Yeah,
It'll wash out.
not for
You have no prisoners. That's just...
What?
Okay.
You've been covered in
Tariel
worse.
grimaces at the corpse of her foe, but then decides that she can't be showed up by Tanel and with less vigor slathers it just on her arms, her neck,
Mhm.
her boots. Not
Yeah.
maybe not like everywhere.
enough to get the enough to
Enough.
get yeah.
They'll
yeah,
be
yeah.
confused.
Hal's gonna go, "Hey, Biri," and pick up the body of the spider and go
No.
straight and just rub it all over him. Like, is this good? Listen, you're a strong scent, my friend. You need to be properly covered. So we're gonna really
Just
get in there.
struggling against it.
Mhm. Lift up your arms under the air. Good. He's using it as
upsetting.
like the worst bar of soap ever.
Yeah.
He's
Uh,
just kind of sitting there all like straggled hair and just like,
Tanel's also gonna take a little bit and just put it like on the chests of the horses. And
Oh,
like
I'm sure
on
they
their
love
flanks.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Yeah, there's no animal handling checks in this game, but I imagine the horses are not too happy with that, but they
Gosh.
begrudgingly accept it.
Those
You guys wanna
horses
know-
smell too.
Do
So
you guys want to know another spider fact?
Please.
Because
Absolutely.
you're about to get one. Spiders don't have blood per se. Insects and arthropods in general don't, because they don't have an internal structure. There's no way for the blood to like flow. So their organs are just bathed in a fluid called hemolymph that just flows over everything. So what you've really just coated yourselves in is like spider soup.
I put juice in my notes. So.
You're you've just juiced a spider over Beery's head.
Excellent.
God.
Oh,
Did
that's actually
Alouette
better.
partake?
I prefer that. Yeah.
Spider juice.
Mhm.
Okay.
He kind of coats himself and he says,
What's it smell like?
spiders.
Charlotte?
I don't friggin' know.
Then I will say, let's divert Grimbjorn.
Evil.
Grimbjorn, what does this spider smell like to you?
Yes, come on.
Well, it does smell like, you know, if you've ever like left shrimp a little bit too long,
Oh no!
that with like a
Oh,
weird grassy,
no.
earthy smell to it. So it's like,
Ooh, kind of
No.
like a bad umami,
Oh.
kind of like mushroomy.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, it's like a Bradford pear. Have you guys ever
Oh.
smelled that?
Yes,
You
I
guys
know
will
what
get used
Bradford
to it.
pears
It'll be
smell
good.
like.
Yeah.
I don't actually mind what Bradford pears smell like.
Oh, they smell like
actually.
shrimp though.
Everyone says they smell like sperm, which like that is not what they smell like.
They smell
but
awful. That's all I'm imagining now.
oh my god.
Ugh.
durian.
Well,
It's
you've
totally
all-
fine.
I will say the rest of the elves, Raval, just like, I hate this. I hate this. I'm gonna write a very sad, angry, disgusted poem about this.
Gollum.
oh,
Come
yeah.
here.
Apparently loves it.
Gollum.
Who's going to attempt to put the
Oh.
juice on Gollum?
Mhm.
I
Okay,
think
Well,
Gollum
Beery's
would try
holding
and eat
the,
it.
the nice soft
Wait.
wine.
He might eat it.
say that again.
Oh no,
Tank?
Gollum might try and eat it.
That's an excellent point. Hang
Do
on
we
one
find
second.
Gollum
is
chowing
very
down on a
raw.
spider leg like a
wouldn't he
fucking
die?
Red Lobster night?
It's like
This,
the little
juice,
bib
so
and
he's
everything.
With the
slurping
little
the
bib.
hemoglobin.
That is a 19 with 2 6s.
Oh God.
You guys, as you're spreading it across your bodies, you watch as Gollum very tentatively goes up, gives a quick breaks off, snaps off one of the legs.
Carapace and all.
It's very nice, Precious. It tastes like our fishes. Yes, it's very crunchy.
I'm so happy you're enjoying yourself.
I guess
Try
this
not to
tracks.
look.
I bet Gollum eats regular sized arthropods all the time.
Well,
Oh.
be sure to grab some to go. Go hungry now.
Okay. Having successfully found this spider on the road, you continue to make your way towards Helm's Deep. I will ask, does anyone have any conversations they want to have, things they want to do on the way as they approach? Because I will say, we'll say Hama probably lets you all know you'll reach Helm's Deep probably by like the next morning.
Yeah, Tanel's actually gonna go up to Grimborne and say, you mentioned you were from the north. On the west or east side of the Misty Mountains?
Done.
Oh
Where
yeah,
am I?
sorry.
Oh, yeah.
that-
Sorry.
no, that's okay. So the family of Grimborne is on the eastern side of the Misty Mountains, closer-ish towards like the Mirkwood Erebor area. They are the ones that guard the High Pass that is further north than the Gladdenfield Pass. It was one of your options to sort of cross into the eastern side of Middle Earth back when you were like episode 6 or 7 making plans to cross.
Gotcha.
Your family basically Grimborne guards that pass and keeps it safe and everywhere.
Yeah. So we are east
Near
and
Mirk,
north. Yes.
near Mirkwood. Did you see anything on your travel south? Any information is good information.
Other than all of the animals and wild things were heading that way. And they weren't scared per se. Like, I never got an impression that they were scared. It was more of like a feeling of like a mom calling you, beckoning you, persuading you to come. So that's why I was like tracking, but I wasn't worried until I got captured.
Again, I'm sorry that you went through that. I'm sure it's disorienting.
Yeah, to say the least.
Well, I am glad that you are no longer in Edoras.
Yeah, I was quite happy to get my bare legs back and chase after a wriggly little thing.
Yes, you may have to do that again. That's probably the 3rd time he's done that.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate
He'd
it.
learn.
He doesn't learn.
Can
That's
I
it.
ask? I'm gonna go to Hammer and say, Hammer. I don't suppose you know of these tracks and how far away they may be now from Helm's Deep.
He looks down at the ground, and I'd say it's probably late evening, right around this time. They don't look fresh, but we have, or rather I have, not heard any reports of massive spiders moving through the land, but King Grima very rarely kept me in his confidence, so I cannot say.
Well, they will be more than capable of scaling the walls of Helm's Deep.
I am aware. We'd best be on our guard.
Agreed. And hurry.
Master Halloweth, My son is also in that caravan with Thimble. And I feel as though my heart is being torn in two.
If you have a parent's instinct to leave and go to your son, I will not hold it against you. No one here will either.
He looks around at all of you and says, thank you all for your kindness and your help. My son, Haleth, went with the caravan against my wishes.
It's a good name.
Yes, his
A
mother
strong
thought so.
name.
Yes. Hal feels very strong,
Mhm.
almost as if, anyway. And he kind of looks around at the rest of you and goes, I'm sorry I did not speak up sooner, but, and he glances over at his daughter. I cannot lead my daughter into more danger.
What would you have us do?
By your leave, Lord Aomer, Lady Toriel, Lady Halloweth. Excuse me.
Well, Halloweth is
Keep it.
very fair.
Yeah.
It's an easy mistake to make.
Yes.
Let me try that again. But
Happened
this
one
time I'll
second.
just make it all of your. By all your leaves, I will take my daughter to this caravan and follow Thimble. Perhaps 2 voices may be stronger than one to convince so many, and we may retake Edoras.
Please, Tanel just like takes her old bow out and a couple arrows and just hands it to him.
He looks down at this finely made elven bow, because you've had 2 now. Just
Yeah, I keep the Lorien bow, but this is like my original one.
Yeah. He looks down at it and he is shocked. I cannot take this from you. You must.
Yes, no, you are traveling by yourself. You will need it. Please.
Thank you.
Will you accept an escort?
I have taken much from you already.
This is not what I've asked.
Then yes.
Rayval, can you spare a man?
Rayval looks around. The elves in the group give a small nod. I can spare 2. And
Safe travels.
2 of the elves that were in your entourage head off with Hama and Gamlia. Grimborne.
Before the daughter leaves,
Mhm.
Grimborne rushes over and gives her the biggest bear hug.
She kind of gets squeezed a little bit.
Be safe, little one.
You all watch as a single tear rolls down her eye in this embrace. Thank you. I will never forget you.
Not you, my little one.
You find Lady Eowyn and you bring her back.
I will.
Just like a bunch of like a dozen quick nods, like, okay, yeah, okay. And there's a release. You let her go, and you watch as father, daughter, and 2 of the elven guard walk in the opposite direction.
All right, onwards.
Onwards. And that's Aomer from the cart, who has
Yes.
again
Hello.
still recovering from his injuries. He hasn't been terribly talkative.
Forgot you were there for a second. But good to see you. Good to see you doing better.
Can we take stock of how many elves remain now?
Right. So you originally left with a dozen elves.
Right.
Okay. Most of them went to go track the bear. You
Right.
have now given 2 away. So it is now you, Rayval, and 8 others.
Okay, great.
Okay. And they all smell like old shrimp.
Yeah, and that's going to be really
Okay.
confusing to the caravanners when they're going to be like, we
It's fine.
covered ourselves in spider juice for no reason.
It's fine.
All right. I will say you are you going to keep going through the night, or do you think you'd make camp and then get to Helm's Deep the next morning?
I feel like
Mm.
without the kid, we should just keep going.
Yeah, if Aemir can rest in the cart.
He's not any, I mean, Aomer is certainly not going to be able to tell us to stop on his behalf, right? Because I don't know. You can find out, I guess. You
Well,
roll.
he'll rest in a cart just as well as he would sleeping in a cart. Like he's in a cart. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We should keep going. Make sure these spiders don't, slaughter everyone before we get there. That'd be bad.
Sense of urgency.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Yeah, because
Excellent.
there's a reason for us to go faster now.
All right.
Spiders were walking so hard and so fast that they killed themselves. We need to go.
Yes.
You all spend the better part of the evening through to the next morning, heading towards Helm's Deep. And Aomer's just kind of guiding you. He knows where it is. And through the evening, no checks needed, you find the body of another spider, and another, and another, and then 2, and then 4, dead on their feet where they stand. I'm going to ask very quickly, Beery, are you stopping to harvest any of the rest of the spiders, or are you going straight there?
Do we have more vials?
Yeah.
More
I'd say
containers?
Yeah, you've got a decent amount of containers on you.
Oh, what do you think, everybody? Do we need more spider venom?
Doesn't
I
hurt
think-
to have more spider venom.
I
Yes.
know it shouldn't take that long. 1.
Yes, perhaps one.
You could
Well,
also take
there
the
will be-
spider bodies and like throw them in the cart if you'd
Well,
With poor
There's
Aemir.
there's going to be a lot of okay, where we're going, there's going to be a lot of spiders. We need to win
Yeah.
a battle first. There'll be a
And-
lot of
Oh,
stuff.
yeah,
going on.
We have plenty, and the venom's not going to work on them.
No.
You make a good point.
Can I do,
Maybe
I
we should
guess,
get there.
We should get there.
Aowen.
Uh-huh.
We got to get there. There will be spiders.
can I do I don't know if it'd be an insight check, the equivalent of an investigation check.
What do
I
you
want to look over these corpses and see if any of them, like, do they all look like they've been walked to death, or do any of them show signs of having been, say, pierced by a projectile?
I don't think that requires a check.
Okay.
These don't show any signs of like blunt force trauma, any piercing damage. There's no
Okay.
arrows anywhere. It literally seems like, in the way that like some ants get left behind, or like any large group traveling in a pack, others, the weak ones, the old
Mhm.
ones, they fall to the wayside, they get
Mhm.
injured, they can't keep up, they die. That's kind of what happened here.
Speaking of insight checks, how is Tariel receiving these spiders from her homeland? Like, just from a glance, right?
Grimly. I
Okay.
mean, she's fought them before. She clearly detests them, but she's not frightened of them.
Okay.
She has the measure of them for the most part. She knows what she's up against, but she's not excited about it.
Okay. You all pass by the spider bodies, making your way even faster towards Helm's Deep. I will say that in the early morning of your 3rd day of travel, you crest over a hill. And Grimborne, I'm going to ask you please to make an awareness check for me. And do it with favor now, because you've picked up the scent.
Oh, I wonder.
Mhm.
Come on, buddy.
I've got 14, beats my target number by 2.
The smell of spiders hits your nose in an instant. You don't see them yet, but it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And as you all crest over this hill, you all see for the first time the Hornburg, Helm's Deep, an enormous fortress. And crawling over every inch of stone is hundreds of spiders. There are almost, it seems to be, thousands of dead ones littering the ground, leading up to the great wall of Helm's Deep. Their bodies stacked 10 high, almost forming a kind of barricade against themselves, but they have no problem crawling over them. Mixed in with the spiders, you also see a number of other woodland creatures, badgers and wolves and hawks, apex predators of the forest that have all seemingly crawled out of Mirkwood and headed towards this human fortress. You would also notice that part of Helm's Deep is on fire. The area that is, for those that have seen the movies, the tall sort of spire where Gimli blows the horn, just underneath that is a secondary sort of plateau area. Smoke rises from inside. And as you crest over the hill, looking at the almost innumerable foes that you now know you have to be very crafty to defeat, you hear an enormous roar. The elves would watch with their elven eyesight as far away as you are, as the doors open to the main halls of the Hornburg. And as it opens, you watch as a column of horses, 2 by 2, coming down the gangplank ramp into the spiders, but with an enormous boom, a huge crash. The door behind the riders explodes. And a Balrog crashes.
what?
And
Beg
that's
your
where we're-
pardon?
And that's where we're going to end
What?
tonight's episode of the Unpredicted Party.
Don't mind him. That's just Steve.
How are you?
Steve the Balrog. What the hell? Let's go. Oh my God. Are we going to be like Gandalf coming down the hill?
Yes, that's clearly who we are here,
Yes, I love it.
but less triumphantly and reeking to high heaven,
It'll be fine.
But for no reason. But
but for no reason.
I feel like since Tank has
Oh.
joined, now all the enemies got a lot harder. Like now the scale.
Oh yeah, you have a bear. Now they have a Balrog. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh my.
They have a Balrog.
My apologies.
How?
Oh my.
Be fine. It's gonna be great.
Yes.
I guess we need to come up with a plan before next session. Is this our homework now? We have homework for this thing?
I'm already working on it. We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
No, I think we're gonna have to do this in real time because what else would we like? We wouldn't have
Oh
time to
my
plan
Yeah, we wouldn't have
it.
time to
We'd
make a
show up at the
plan.
top of the hill and be like,
Yeah.
"Can you make fire? Can you make? I can't fucking make
Well,
fire."
oh
Like,
my
I mean,
God.
we could immediately we need to use the Balrog against the spiders, I guess.
we'll have to
somehow.
figure it out next time.
Oh.
Oh
So,
no.
Let me get the picture straight here, Don, because I'm mid panic. All right, we're freaking out a little bit. All right? So the Balrog is tearing through this keep, and it's in hot pursuit of this last hoorah of these riders. Is that what I'm seeing here?
There are more than when Theoden charged in the 2 towers. There's a decent column of horses that have come out.
Right. But is the Balrog chasing them, or is he
Yeah.
like okay? Is he
That's what I'm
with
getting, right?
them? Okay, so they're trapped between spiders and a Balrog.
How steep is this cliff,
Oh
Don?
my God.
How steep are these cliffs?
You've seen them.
Okay, so just to be
I
clear,
want to ask him.
you guys aren't coming down the
No,
same hill
we-
Gandalf did. You're
Okay.
coming
It's where
down the hill.
Aragorn that was
Yeah.
when he like
Okay.
pans round and we see Helm's Deep.
Right.
Oh my God.
And then there's a tremendous flatland between us and the
Yeah.
Hornburg.
Uh-huh.
There is.
We can't say like start an avalanche or anything, can we?
Doesn't.
Oh, my
Well,
Don't
I mean,
think
well,
there's
We're gonna yell
snow.
at the hill, fall down. Like,
We have explosive chart. Like, you got a dwarf on your hands. All right, come on now.
God.
Little
Okay.
corporation.
Well, no,
Little
I guess
corporation.
we'll do whatever. Oh, God.
does anybody
okay.
have any
Dude.
raid?
Reverse engineer in like 5 seconds the venom into like
Mhm.
anti.
Yes.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
Anti-venom.
wish. Yeah, into some kind of anti-spider.
There's no way
Stuff.
we could do that in like 5
Oh
seconds.
my god.
Bombardier beetles. I don't
Or
know.
even.
Oh God.
Oh dear
okay.
God. Okay.
Hey, we
What
should
are
call
we
them the
gonna do?
Eagles. Oh no.
Oh, we should call Ganta. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Damn it. Who has power over nature? Galaj. No.
Oh,
No.
Nope.
She's...
Already on a boat west. Oh
wow.
God.
And we have injured people with.
Oh
Yeah,
On
God.
the hill.
Yeah.
We have a whole bunch of.
Kick him out.
Yeah.
Amir, here's a sword. Let's go.
If we don't take them out, they're gonna turn around and come to us eventually. So we have to.
What I have no. Normally, I have like immediately a semblance of a plan of something I can do. I
Right.
have.
I got
fucking ideas
nothing.
with
I got
this.
nothing. Like
Oh,
I,
okay.
Charlotte, the spider nerd, have some ideas, but Chauriel's got.
She has spent lifetimes smoking these damn things. So
Yeah.
she, I think she
Yeah.
has keen insight.
I'll give her something. But
So done.
Okay, that's
Just
fun.
can we
one more
spray
time.
oranges at them?
One more time, would you please just paint me the picture just so I have it locked in?
Okay. Here is where you stand. Atop a hill where Aragorn was on that horse when he came into Helm's Deep, and there's that wide shot of Helm's Deep in the two towers, right? You're at the top of that hill. There's thousands of spiders where the orcs were in the Battle of Helm's Deep. The last charge, very similar to Theoden and everybody at the end of the two towers. But the stone that was previously in the door shatters. And you watch as Durin's Bane comes loping down the hill ramp thing after them.
Oh heavenly God.
I'm
This
sorry.
is awful. It didn't get any better. I was expecting more detail, but it's even worse now somehow.
You guys didn't go to Moria in episodes 6 and 7 when you had the chance to cross in the pass, and maybe that would have affected things. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
And we could have taken back Khazad-dûm.
Oh my
Who
God.
knows what would have? Who knows what you would have found if you had taken the paths of Khazad-dûm? We're gonna have to have.
you guys passed up.
Yeah, there's we
The
passed up Moria. There was a Balrog there.
Yeah. We all agreed pretty readily not to
Yeah.
take Moria.
Yeah.
But we were also like younglings back then. We were very low level.
we didn't know. Like, hey, maybe this will affect your campaign in a year's time.
We're gonna hit our 1 year
Double
anniversary,
it or
and
pass it on. Double it or pass it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're gonna hit our 1 year anniversary in a couple months. I think in
In
March. I think
March,
we
yeah.
are.
Holy hell. Holy
Yeah.
shit, dude.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, this is something to
This
ponder and think about. I
happened.
suppose.
What are we gonna do?
I have
Die.
no idea. I have
We're gonna-
no idea.
It's gonna be a kick-ass rescue mission, and everything's gonna work out. Trust me.
We may just have
Awesome.
it may be exactly that. We will not, but we.
Well, the Gondolin kids are having some war flashbacks right about
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no kidding. The trauma with the Balrogs. Oh no.
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
We're gonna have a therapy session after this. It's gonna be great.
Yep.
Tank.
Yeah. Oh.
I want to
Yes.
give a huge thank you for joining
Yes.
us
Oh, yes.
this
Thank you,
episode.
Tank.
This has
Thank
been
you, Tank.
wonderful.
Welcome to the worst thing we've ever experienced.
Yeah.
You say that after every episode. That's a huge.
Glad you're with
No,
us. Frank.
that's not true because normally there's something going on. I there's something here which I'm like, I have something which I can use. I've got bugger all here,
Literally
literally
all the bugs.
all the bugs.
They're arachnids.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
you
did just
can't.
correct. Yeah, I did just correct the 6,000 spiders in a skin suit about what you should refer to yourself as.
We'll
Charlotte.
remember this.
We'll rem-
Oh,
We'll remember this.
you speak in second person too, Precious.
We
oh
do.
my.
Oh,
All
no.
right.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Join us on Patreon for the Unpredicted After Party as my players recuperate from what I assume they thought was going to be a very happy-go-lucky calm episode where they rescued Eowyn from Helm's Deep. It's probably not going to be that. We will see you all on Patreon. Thank you so much for joining. Players, any final words before we part?
Internal screaming and external.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we got.
Grimborne is very excited. He's been in a cage for too long.
Oh, it's time to
Yeah.
let loose, buddy.
I don't like you.
You said that last week. Come on. try
Yeah.
something new.
Still true.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you on Patreon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 I
And that's where I'll cut the
Oh my god.
God.
Hey Don, what the fuck, man?
I-